Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. If we want to get smarter and be knowledgeable, we have to gain knowledge or information. And in order to do that, we have to actively look for it or just receive it from other people or other sensors. And in this case, the information, the knowledge, should not matter from whom it comes from. If that person, let's say, is a person you would not like to associate with, and you have something to learn from that person, that's fantastic. You gain something. You might thank that person for doing that, knowingly or not knowingly. You can learn from an enemy. You can learn from, as I said, a person you despise. But nevertheless, get the knowledge from any source possible. It doesn't matter, because you have only to gain. This article that I have here for this video has to do with Kanye West. There's a guy, all I know about this guy is that he is a black man who sang some songs. He's a rapper, and I don't like that kind of genre. I don't like his music or whatever that is, however you want to call it. He was married with Kardashian. In itself, it's an idiocracy. He's got some kids over there with that person, and then he's got some big money. And he has some religious cult or something. That's all I know about this guy. And now being in the past, I don't know, week and a half, I find out that he's crazy. And he's crazy because he made some statements. So these guys who control or try to control what we see, what we think, and all that, they tell us that whomever holds certain ideas about certain things must be crazy or an evil person. So as of now, Kanye West is in between this. He's either evil or stupid, which is crazy in this case, or both. There's no other option. Why? Because they would like to set an example out of this guy, that his statements, he made many statements. I'm not pointing at one statement. Many statements. Some were stupid, some were very deep, but he's not a crazy guy. I mean, I'm not an idiot, and I don't think I miss somehow that this guy is an idiot or something like that. No, I think he's on the contrary. I think he's very smart. Why? Because just for the interview that I watched, for instance, that he was interviewed by Tucker Carlson, he gave us some signals, but not straight, like this. And you had to, connect the dots. So that tells me that he, by talking like that, he's not having a loose mouth. Because if you're crazy, between this and this, there's no filter. But he's not like that. Well, crazies and crazies, you see, Emil, all right, I got that. But he's not crazy. I don't think he's evil. I think he's got some legitimate concerns with certain issues. And I think he's very frustrated with some people and some situations that he directly experienced. Now, I have nothing for him, I have nothing against, but I think he's very unjustly treated now. Why? Because he doesn't follow the script anymore. And when he doesn't follow the script and he's famous and he's got a lot of money, he might have a lot of influence on you and I. So that's why they call him crazy. Let's see what he says lately. Now, specifically in this article coming from Blavity, and it's from October 23. I don't care where it comes from, actually. I care what this guy says. So, this is the title. Kanye West tells Piers Morgan, an idiot, a weasel, actually, not an idiot, he's a weasel. Nobody gets judged, that's what Kanye says. Nobody gets judged more than the straight white male. Well, if I would say that, that would sound very, very much in a certain way, because we're not supposed to see certain things in a certain way, regardless of the evidence. So we're not supposed to, say something. We're not supposed to see it that way. We're not supposed to think in a certain way. And Kanye West doesn't give a damn, and he just says it. And these guys attack him for that. And he's a black guy, so he's half covered. But he's a male, so that's why he's just half covered. And he says here that, he says that there's nobody that, I'm quoting, that's nobody that gets judged more than a straight white male, he said. And I'm quoting again, the straight white male has the least amount of a platform to even speak, end quote, West told Morgan. And I'm quoting again, a straight white male can't say my wife hurt me today because people will say you're hurting women. A straight white male can say a black employee did not come in to work on time because people will say you're racist. A straight white male can speak on a homosexual person because people will say you're xenophobic, end quote. This is what this guy says. For this, he must be crazy. West comment comes after his conservative friend Candace Owens, very intelligent, and not only intelligent, very courageous. Another one who doesn't follow the script, and another one that's evil and crazy and all that, recently uttered a similar sentiment. As Blavity previously reported, Owens shared her views when she was chosen as a speaker at Turning Point USA's college event at Michigan State University. And I'm quoting, the actually worst thing to be in this society, the one thing I would not want to be is a straight white male. For some reason, there's considered problematic, the conservative pundit said at the event. So she said that she would not want to be a straight white male because for some reason that's considered problematic. That's what Owens said. West has continued to dig himself into a hole in recent weeks. And he says that Blavity previously reported the Grammy-winning artist faced backlash for wearing a White Lives Matter shirt during his recent runaway show at Paris Fashion Week. And then there's another thing that I'm not going to read because it's idiotic, more idiotic. Now, backlash. When they say that, we are supposed to say, oh, so that's a majority, that's unacceptable. But who dictates that's unacceptable? Who are the holders of acceptances and not acceptancy? Which one is it? Who are these guys? And why? Why, let's say, 35 years old, I don't know, author of a certain kind of media outlet will tell us what is outrageous and what is not outrageous. Why? And why would I, for instance, subscribe to his or her, I don't know, opinion? And I said 35 years old because I was 35. I'm older than that, obviously. And I know how much I thought of 35. And believe me, by 35, I read a lot. And I've been in many, many situations that I'm pretty sure that those guys who are the authors here have never been. So I must kind of have not only at 35, but older to understand how that 35 or 28-year-old person thinks or knows, how much that person can think. I've been through college here. I rubbed shoulders, elbows, bam, bam, no, shoulders with these guys. And no, nothing exceptional. So I'm wondering, why would those people have the authority to say what's acceptable and what's not? We are not supposed to not even talk about it. If we talk about it, you're going to be called this. You can't even ask questions on that. Because that, again, they try to put you down. They want you not to even think it. They want you to see things the way they want things to be seen. And that's impossible. Why? Because the evidence and the brains tells you that it's more to the story than they try to make it. And again, why should we accept their values, their terminology? They ask you to use certain terms for certain situations or certain, I don't even know how to call it, for some certain kind of people. They are like our, I don't know, teachers or parents. Oh, you're not supposed to call someone like that. You're not supposed to. Says who? Well, that's rude. Says who? I mean, what are you talking about? Why is this the preferred term? I'm going to use this, let's say, this term. I'm going to give an example. For me, when I was growing up, I heard about homosexuality. Homosexuals. Okay, some people like it that way. Okay, good for them. I don't care. They can do whatever they want over there. All right? But then when I came here to the United States, and I used the word homosexual, because that's the terminology. That's the... Now, homosexual. The same sex. No, the same, yeah, heterosexual, homosexual. What's going on here? And then I've been told that, oh, no, you have to accept our terminology. Well, why? And they say, no, you can't say that. You have to say gay, or you have to say this, or you have to say that. Why? That's the acceptable term. That's the clear term. Oh, that's the, I don't know. What? So my point is, do not let yourselves be, prevented from thinking, and at least ask questions, even though you can get in trouble for asking questions in certain kind of circumstances. And this guy, Kanye West, says things that might seem for some very normal for being said, and for some who try to impose a certain kind of language and a certain kind of attitude in people, they might call him crazy or evil or doesn't know what he's talking about, and so on, referring to this issue at least. And you have Candace Owens, who's a black woman as well, and she is having very, I don't want to say interesting, but courageous ideas. Just listen to her on YouTube, and you will figure out that she's not only courageous and smart, she's very well informed as well. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.